Now, in the first session, we were able to look at the Microsoft Excel work environment. We talked about the work environment screen, and of course, we delved into the ribbon, the tab, the group of commands. And so we're able to understand what the ribbon means, what the tab means, what these command buttons mean. And then, of course, we discussed how to, that's the first session now. So I'm talking about the first session, what we did. So we discussed how to copy using the first group of commands here, the copy, the paste, and the cut. And then, of course, we used the keyboard shortcut to see how we can copy, we can cut and paste. And then we went further to look at Format Painter, how to use the Format Painter option. Okay, so now we are going to session 2. In this session 2, we are going to be talking about text alignment. Okay? We are going to be talking about formatting, text formatting. We are going to be talking about number formatting. That's this session 2. We are also going to be talking about cell formatting and control. Yes. So we will also talk about table formatting. And then we will talk about the conditional formatting. Conditional formatting. Okay. So we'll talk about text alignment. We'll talk about text formatting. We'll talk about number formatting. We'll look at the cell formatting. We'll look at the table formatting. And then, of course, we'll talk about the conditional formatting. So if we're able to finish this on time, then we will go further to look at other things that we have before we close for session 2 and open session 3 at another time. Okay. So this is session 2. So text alignment in Microsoft Excel, text and numbers have different alignments. Okay. So when you type numbers are right aligned in Excel. That's automatically. Once you type a number, any number, they are right aligned. And what we mean by aligned means that they are placed on the right side of the cell. Numbers are automatically right aligned. But if you put text are left aligned. So what it means is that if you type maybe somebody's names, for instance, somebody's name, the name will be on the left side. So that is why if you are creating a sheet, if you are creating a worksheet, and then you have something like serial number, okay, so maybe I will pick a different sheet, a different worksheet. So to do that, so let's say you are creating a table of text, and then you have serial number, you have first name, you are trying to keep record of people, you have last name or surname. Americans call it last and first and last. British call it first name and surname. So, and then you have age, and then you have income. So, this is one, two. So, let's say the first person is John and his last name is Doe. You can see that the names are placed on the left. When I typed 1 and 2, 1 is placed on the right, it's right aligned. Okay? Names, text are left aligned. If I type their age here, 34, Maria Doe, you can see that their numbers, their age in numbers, appear on the right. So let's now put their income. Let's say their income is 340,000 and this one earns 350. You will see that the numbers are placed on the right side. The numbers are placed on the right side. So that is alignment. So text that are typed, text that are alphabetic in nature are left aligned. Numbers are right aligned. But if you now want to change this alignment yourself, you have an option under the Home tab. This is the Home. And then, so don't forget in the first session, if you attended the first session, but if you did not, then I will encourage that you go and watch the first session video. In the first session, I talked about the ribbon and all the tabs. So under the Home tab, we have this alignment tools. So let's say you are trying to set alignment yourself. You are trying to say that all these numbers should come to the left. Then you can select these numbers and use alignment and put them on the left. So that is left alignment. You can see now that you have control. But like I said, the original alignment for numbers, their normal default placement is the right align. Is right aligned. So numbers are right aligned while texts are left aligned. Okay, but if you change it, you can change the style and bring it to where you want. So now let's say I want to put a header. So let me just right click on the row and then put a space. So let's say I want to put a header at this place. And then I can come to this cell, this alignment, I can come to this alignment and I can choose merge and center under the alignment. So, and I can say the registration table. So now you can see that the word registration table is placed in the center. That makes it center aligned because I did merge and center. But if I want to change the alignment, I can come to this place and say, okay, this should be on the left. And you see it jumps to the left. And if I want alignment, I can say it should be on the right. And then it jumps to the right. And then if you like, you can say you want it in the center. You click the alignment and you put it in the center. Now, Excel has other type of alignment. Let's say I expand this row. I drag from the side here to expand the row. Under the alignment, I still have the top align, which takes that text to the top. I have the center, which brings that text to the center of the row. And I have the bottom, which brings that to the bottom. So I can say bottom left, I can say bottom center, I can say bottom right. I can say bottom center, I mean, uh, bottom, that is right center. Then I can say left uh, middle, sorry, because center is center of text, but the middle is the middle of the row. So I can choose to say top middle. So that is because this thing has been expanded. But if it wasn't expanded, then it will be in the normal form. So you will not know whether you are going top or bottom of it. So this is how you arrange your table of data when you begin to create. So I'm using the alignment to position them left, right, or whatever you want. But I would advise that the default setting is that it should be as it is. Text is always on the left, numbers are on the right. But when you are doing header like this, you probably want to put it in the center just to make it look well organized. Okay? Just to make it look well organized. So that is that about text alignment. So there we have discussed how to align our text, talking about the text alignment, the left, the right, the center. Then when you expand your row, when you expand the row as you saw, then we have the bottom, we have the top, and we have the middle. So that's what makes Excel interesting. So you can always position your text the way you want. So take note of that session, watch it very well, because now what one thing I noticed is that many of the people that use Excel do not organize their worksheet very well. Their worksheets are not always well organized. And it looks so poor. Like I saw one this morning and the arrangement was very bad. And let me tell you one thing, if you organize your worksheet in an improper way, it will be rejected. Especially when you are going for interview or something, they give you a sample worksheet to work on and you did everything uh, without proper alignment. Okay, without expanding the row, the column to fit in and all those stuff. Let the table be neat. Okay, so and that's part of the purpose of this training, to bring you to this basic knowledge. All right. So now let's continue. Let's continue. So we are going to look at text formatting. So what do we mean by text formatting? Actually, formatting is what you apply to text to change the look of a text. And formatting is very important when you are trying to make your text to be properly organized. So you need to format those texts. For instance, creating this table, in creating this table, I expanded my row. So my columns, if you look at the top of the column border, I can drag A to make fitting. I drag this to expand for name. I can do this, drag like this for the age, drag, and then you always look at the header so that you let everything fit in. But the text at the top, yeah, I use bold. So formatting in text means you are changing the attribute of text to display the way you want it. And text formatting, text formatting includes um, things like um, font size, font type. Font is the typeface of the text. So font is the typeface. So there are different fonts. So if you look at this, the font that we used here is Arial. Is Arial. So this is the default font that I'm using is Arial. But you have different ones. And if I select, you see my font is changing. Where you have font type and font text, the text is changing there and it's choosing a different font. Okay. So, but for your spreadsheet and all these things, try as much as possible to maintain default font like Arial, like Calibri, and all those stuff, or Aptos. These are default fonts that are clear, not fonts that you apply to a document and the document will look, the text will be unreadable. That even your the person that is reading your text is not able to understand what you are doing or what you are trying to present or what you are trying to imply. All right. So let's see. So the font type, bold, you can apply bold, you can apply italics to text, underlining text, or even text color. All these are formatting that you apply to text. So let me start by applying each of the formatting to this text that I have written here. So they are the one that will show you what they are. Font size, for instance. If I said I'm changing the font size, I'll come to the home tab here and look at the size here. The default is 12. And usually for your normal printing, it's 12, 11 or 12. But I can increase the font size just for you to see what font size means. So if I increase it to 36, so I can even make it bold. So this particular thing that what I have done here is I have changed the font size. It's part of formatting. It's formatting. So I have formatted the text by changing the font size. Okay. Then the font type. The font type talks about which font are you using. So let's say I want to change. So let me choose font that looks funny. Okay. Okay. So this is another font. So you can see this font type that it looks different. It looks different from the other fonts. As you can see, it looks different. So you can always choose font, but don't forget. So this one is called Adobe Hebrew. You have this one that is tiny, and then you have quite. If I scroll down, there's this is Bangas. Some fonts are good for design. Okay, so if you are trying to do design or you are designing header or something, but if it's for normal printable text, don't use font that is not that's not very friendly. Look at font for symbols. This is bookmark. This is Broadway. This is broad script. So you even have script. You have fonts that are appear as scripts. Okay, good. Then bold. You can use the bold under the home tab, the font group. You see the B at the top. At the top, when my mouse is moving, you see the B, that's bold. So you can bold a text. You can turn it off and turn it on. Turn it off, turn it on. Bold. Okay? And then the keyboard shortcut for bold is control. You hold down the control key on your keyboard and you press B. That's control B. Okay? That's control B. All right. Then italics. You can apply the same, just beside the bold, you have italics. If you click on it, it italicizes your italicizes your text. So I like italics sometimes when I'm trying to make an impression or something. So the keyboard shortcut for that is Control plus I. Okay, that's the keyboard shortcut for italics, italics, italics. Then underline. You can choose to underline your text. That one is Control plus U. That's the keyboard shortcut. So shortcuts. Okay. That's Control plus U is for underline. So, and you can also, and how do you do it? You just select the text and use Control U, and the underline will be applied. And it's a toggle button. So what it means is that you can turn it off or turn it on. Then there's something about this underline. The underline has additional control. You have double underline, where you can double underline. That means you can add two underline. So just beside that underline, you click the arrow and you select the double. You can see that. So if you want to add, to apply a double underline to your text, why not? You can still click beside that underline and apply double underline option. Good. Then we have text color. We are talking about text formatting now. That's what we are talking about. Text formatting. You are formatting text. What are the things you do that shows that you are changing the format? Then we have text color. Text color means that you are applying color to the text. So text color is at the top here, as you can see. So I can change text color to any color that I want. So that is for text color. And if you click the arrow beside, you have quite a lot of color. Okay. But for the sake of printing, maintain your colors as black. Hmm? Um, Maintain your colors as black. As color as black is better. Making your text color to appear as red or something will affect the printing. It's not going to be fine. Okay? It's not going to be very, very okay. So when you are applying colors to your formatting, just try to maintain black for printing. But if you are printing in, let's say you are printing in color, then why not? You want some of the part of the text to appear in color. Why not? You can easily change the colors to just to make them appear the way you want them to be. Okay, so that would be your own decision based on what you are doing. All right. So as we continue, I need to also let us know that this training is in sessions, and so for you to catch up with this training, I want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, click on the notification button, because that will help you to be able to catch up with the notification as soon as we start the live, because this live training there will not be long notice. I just thought of just doing this because of the subscribers that are requesting for for opportunity to learn Excel from the beginners level. So, and subscribers have the automatic opportunity to catch up, with these things. So subscribe so that you can catch up automatically, and then click the notification button. Of course, that will make you to be well ahead, so that as soon as I start, even if I'm not sharing the notification on social media or anywhere, you are just in because you'll be notified. All right. So that talks about the formatting, the size, the font size, the the font type, the bold, and other things. Now let me go to number formatting. So I've talked about alignment, I've talked about text formatting. I'm going to number formatting. So number formatting means the format that you apply to number. So um, applying bold or anything to number are not number formatting. So let's say I put bold on these numbers, I change their font, their font, okay? I change the font, and then I change the size of those numbers. That is not number formatting. That is still text formatting, because we are just applying a format that is used for text. That's what you are doing. So you are not applying any number formatting. So when it comes to number formatting, if you come to the home tab under this numbers group, you will see all these tools. They are for number formatting. This is where we apply formatting on numbers. For instance, if I want to put a dollar sign, to this number, you'll see that it now has a dollar sign formatting. Okay? It has a dollar sign formatting. And I can look at it. So I formatted that. I can select the two of them and do the formatting. I can do just this number formatting. That is putting a thousand separator, because the numbers before didn't have thousand separators. So I can undo to return the numbers to what they were. This was my original number. Okay. So if I come to this place and I say number formatting and I put this comma style, it's going to apply thousand separators to the numbers. And you can see that it also comes with decimal point. But if I want, I can remove the decimal places. I can say decrease decimal. So with that, I have removed the decimal places. Or I can say increase decimal. I can increase decimal. I can decrease decimal places. Okay? So and if you are trying to trying to turn a decimal value, a value that is in decimal, you are trying to turn it into a percentage, you can come to this, you select the value, and you can come to this and select. You see that it's turned to percentage. So let's say I'm talking about 0.1. That is, I'm saying 10%. 0.2, it should be 20%. 0.25 is 25%. 0.55. So now let's now say that I would like to have this in percentage. Then I will select them, come to the number formatting, and choose this. So you can see that these are properly defined percentage. So um, so you can express your numbers in percentage. That means you can easily change the numbers from the, what do you call it now? From decimal to percentage. Okay? From decimal to percentage. Good. Now, so you have quite a lot of number. You have other things like accounting. Look at this, and then you have other formatting. You can format date, format accounting, currency, numbers, no specific. So if I change a formatting to no specific, you'll see that it goes back to the original form. If this is just here and I choose no specific, so it goes back to the original form. And if I come here and I choose currency, it appears like that. If I choose accounting, it appears like this. If I choose, so all these other ones are, then how do you convert a number to text? Of course, you choose text in your formatting. You can choose text. So even whatever it is that is there will be converted into um, a text, even if it is a number. Okay, and that means you will not be able to use that to calculate. Okay, means you will not be able to use it to do calculations. All right. So now That's number formatting. So I've done text alignment, number formatting. So I will just select them. So now cell formatting is what I've just done now. you know, you can highlight a cell, you have formatted the cell. Okay. You can change the text color. You are also still formatting the cell. So you can expand the cell. You are formatting the cell. You expand the size of the cell, you know, and whatever it is you do to cell. Now, another thing you can do is you can insert cells, you can delete rows, or you can, so look at the format for cell. That's under the home tab. Under the home tab, if you go to cells group and you go to format, you can see the things that applies here. Row height. Row height is, if you remember in the first session, we discussed about the row border. So all these 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah, they are the row borders. And row height means how high is the row. Okay. So changing the height of the row is the row height. You can see if I drag and the column is this way or that way, expanding or contrasting, it depends on the text that you have in the cell. So there will be rare reasons for you to choose row height, but most times the column height is what we normally do, especially when we are trying to make a text to fit in into the cell. So we have the row height, we have column height. We can set this to auto fit. The auto fit for row height means just accommodate the text the way it is. So don't go beyond it. Don't go below it. The same thing for column. Default is setting your default width means setting your standard size for your column, setting it back to where the column size, original size is. So if I choose column size and then I go to cell format and I say default, see the default. So if I click OK, it wants to return back to the default. But the size has been done based on the text. So, but let me see what this size is. Column width. This is 8.14. That's the default size. So depends on your text and adjustment that you did. Okay. So cell formatting, you you can change the size and all that things. So that is some of the basic things that I want to show us under the cell formatting. So we are talking about arranging your table, making your work to look very, very reasonable, not just scattered and not looking friendly. Okay, so look at this table that I started doing here now. I'm trying to make the table to be well organized, well arranged. You know, this is the first, this is the serial number, this is the first name, this is the last name, this is the age, and this is the income. Well organized, well arranged. And I've done my cell formatting, change the size, each of the size, you know. For this, look at row one, that's where I have registration table. Row two is so to create a space for me between row 3 and row 1. But look at it, I reduced the size because the space was too much. So I used the row 2. And so this is one of the practical way that you can use that row size, row height. Do you understand? So that your work does not look very disorganized. Now, so that's cell formatting. Let's talk about table formatting. So um, let me add more text to this. So this table is all about the Doe family. Okay. So this one I will just use automatical increment. Okay. So I want to just put some name, Gab, Fla, Map, Lily, Pop, Sam. Okay. So I'm trying to just create a table. Um, this one is 35. This one is 45. This one is 56. This one is 21. This one is 31. This one is 47. And this one is 44. Okay. So let me just make their income to vary. I just drag that. So it will just do the normal number increment. So that's what it did here. Okay. So now this is a simple table. A range of data, actually. So as far as this thing is concerned, it's just a range. Okay? It's just a range of data. It is just a range. But you can use table formatting. So but but I'm just trying to write so that but you can convert your range to a table format. All right. So this range of data can be converted into a table format by applying table formatting. So as you can see, under this formatting, we have table format. So we have different formats. So if I choose this and I apply it, because I've selected this table, and then it's saying, is that the range? Does it have header? Yes. I'll just click OK, and I'll be good. So this table has been formatted, and formatting table comes with some automatic um, filter option. So which means I can filter and show a part of the table I want to see. I can clear the filter. Okay. I can show age category, all those who are 33. If there's only one, I can select all and show. I can show whatever it is that I want to show. So now, as it is, the table has been formatted. Another thing with formatting is that as it has been formatted, it comes with a table design option. So what it means is that I can apply a total row option where once I click there, a total row is applied automatically. I didn't have to type formula. I didn't have to do formula or anything. Automatically, the what do you call it now? The total row applied. Okay, that is because I've applied table formatting. So the table style comes in various ways. I can even remove the formatting, but I will still maintain it in form of a table. As you can see, I may say this my own favorite is the top to be color. That's what I want. So I made the top to be color, but it's still a table. This is no longer just a range. It has been converted to a table. And that's why it has all these and it has these. So you can see, you can apply different, any type of function. You can even apply average. You will find the average. You can apply count. You will count how many values. You can sum them. It will sum. So that is the beauty of the table. Okay? So table formatting will change that text. So it's a beautiful thing to do. I mean, if you are handling your worksheet after proper arrangement, I mean, format it as a table. Presentation is key. People do very bad presentation of their worksheet and they still submit it like that as a report. I mean, it's not a good thing. Presentation is key. So when you are presenting your data, make sure that you have in mind that you want to properly present that Excel worksheet. You know, for anyone that is good reading it, to have proper understanding of what you have created. So alignment is very important. Alignment is important. The putting the borderline. So if you highlight your table, you can come to this place and choose all border, at least just to make sure that that table is different from others. Okay, and it's a printable line. What it means is that when you want to print it, it's going to show. It's going to show. Okay, so make your work look very neat. Make it presentable. So that is table formatting. Okay, that's table formatting. So all these areas now we have covered. We have seen text alignment, number formatting, um, text formatting, number formatting, cell formatting, table formatting. So now let's see conditional formatting. This one is interesting. Don't miss this one. Okay, so if you are planning to leave, don't leave. Wow. And I'm still going to use this. Okay. Let's say we want to highlight, when you say conditional formatting, I've already explained to you that um, formatting means you are adding um, formats to your text or number. So formatting means you change the look of your text. I mean, you give it a different format. You give it a different attributes. All right, and you make it look differently. All right, so that's formatting. So conditional formatting now means that you are going to apply that attribute with a condition. That is, if I'm going to make the cell to be colored, there must be a condition for coloring that cell. So there's a criteria. It's not just that I colored it. So for instance, let's say I want to format every income that is lower, that is between 350 and 400. That's a conditional formatting. So I can come to the home tab, come to the conditional formatting, and say highlight cells that fall between. So I can say 350 to 400, and I want it to be filled with green, and I'll click OK. So you can see now that based on that conditional formatting, I now have my selection of the cell being given, based on the criteria. Based on the criteria. Okay? Based on the criteria. So if I still come here and I say, okay, all these are selected, and I say conditional formatting, format highlight cell with value greater than 380, and I say it should be red, then every value that's greater than 380 will be made red. Applying it to the other one, I can remove the formatting. I can go back to this, and I will say clear from the selected cell. Then I can go back to conditional formatting and select based on value greater than a certain amount, maybe greater than 400,000. And I'll click that it should be yellow, and I'll click OK. So you see that the formatting is done based on that condition that I provided. Okay? Based on that condition that I provided. So if I say, okay, I can clear the formatting, clear from selected cell. I can even say that it should use top bottom, that it should highlight the the top bottom, I mean 10 bottom of course I don't have up to 10 here, so I can reduce and say highlight up to 5 bottom, 5 top, sorry. Um 4, let me stay with 4. 4 top items. And it goes down there, maybe because this is because these values are in ascending order. Okay, so that's why you see the things appearing at the bottom here. But let's say they are scattered, it will only go and select them where they are. Okay, so you can use top bottom rules, bottom. You can use top rules, bottom rules, above average. You can even use bar. You can say, okay, so let me clear the formatting, clear rules. So I can use bars, data bars, and I'll say, I like them to look like a chart. So if I select this, you'll see that values are done in proportion to others. The lower has this, compare with the highest value, and it's showing us as in form of a chart. So this particular conditional formatting is good for reporting, analysis, and reporting. So if you're trying to present your data for the purpose of analysis and reporting, I mean, this is a very, very good way of presenting. All right. So we have comments. I can take comments in the comment section. Maybe want to ask questions. You want to clarify something. Then you can put comments. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if I'm able to see those comments. Now, the third session will be coming, and we're going to touch more things. We're just trying to build knowledge for beginners to be able to appreciate the Microsoft Excel and begin to use it. Start using it. That's why it's a get started training. You open your Excel now, you are confident. You can start doing things there. Okay, so you can save the video and watch over and over and over just to help yourself to be able to um, perfect the tools and understand the use. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop in this training. I want you to subscribe and then click the notification button so that you can catch up with this training when we'll be doing session 3. Because in session 3, I'll be taking you to the insert tab. In the second session 3, I'll be showing you how to create a chart in Excel. Okay? What kind of data do you use for creating a chart? I'll be showing you. How do you organize your data that you'll be able to make it to create a chart? I'll be showing you. I'll be showing you some of the charts here and how you can get started, especially the basic ones that will get you started. I'll be talking about how to use those charts and then how to insert some other kind of objects, including pictures, illustrations, and pictures in your Excel sheet. Okay, so see you in session 3 when we'll be looking at that.